Hi everybody, welcome to Jana's Crochet Journey. Today's Monday, December 12th, 2022. Welcome to everybody new, returning, and future. Getting ready for work. It's Monday. So I wanted to show 3 things that I've been working on. Nothing finished, just crocheting away. So the first thing on my list is my Cal with Christy from Crochet Creations by Christy. She is doing a mystery crochet along, and she puts up videos for you to do certain parts, and then on her lives on Sundays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, she does a piece of the Cal with you, and then she also puts a video up just in case, like me, I've got to physically see it, write it down, go back to the video. It's just the way I roll. And go figure, I'm a little behind the ball, but I'm working on it. By the time I get it done, it might be Christmas next year, but that's fine. No, I'm just kidding. So the yarn I decided to use is Premier Big Twist Fuchsia, Premier Big Basic Fuchsia, Premier Basic Teal, and my variegated is the Craft Smart in Rainbow. And then I was undecided what my third solid color should be. I was debating if the green just wasn't a thing. Some of you said it's fine. So I am going with the Big Twist in light green. All right. So I ended up putting my motifs together that I showed a couple videos ago. And then I started to put the next solid color on. I'm not finished with that. Go figure. So here is the motif part of it. So you made each of these individual, and then 8 of them, and then the next step was to sew them together, which I did. I should have taken a picture of that before I started this, but I didn't, because I think of things after the fact. So this is what I'm working on right now with the solid green that I'm using. I will need to put 8 rows total, and then 2 rows of the variegated, and then that would be up to date as far as expanding this. I know she put another video up, so crap. I gotta get moving. So there's that so far. And then another part of the video was making 4 or 5 wreaths. So I did that. So I have 5 of those. Those will get sewn on at a later time. Another video she put up that I have to do is to make tree motifs, Christmas tree. I don't remember how many she did. I feel like I should go back and watch that video and write down how she made them. I don't know if you have to make 3, 4, or 5. I don't remember. But then she started sewing them onto this part once you get your 10 completed rows. And she sewed them like underneath. So maybe it's 4. So she picked one color out of the 2 and put a tree under each of those 4. I hate applique. But I'll do it because Christy's my pal. And so yeah. And then this past Sunday, she did another applique, which they look like snowflakes. And I know it was just yesterday, but I don't remember how many she said to make. So yeah, I need to get moving and grooving and get that caught up. So there's that. Then another 2 creators I decided to follow what they're doing is Lynette with Charmed Grammy Crochet and Nancy from She's Got Yarn Too. One of the things they're doing for Vlogmas is Scraps of Love. Yeah, because I think their exchange is she's got a Charmed Grammy Christmas. Sorry, ladies. I didn't write that down. I should have wrote my notes down, which I normally do, but I'm looking at the clock of what time I got to be out the door, and I didn't do it. So what I did was I opened up my tote of scraps and took this basket that I have. Now this is kind of a bigger skein, but in here is, you know, balls of scraps. So I believe they only plan on doing 1 square a day, so it's 25 squares. I'm probably going to make enough squares to have it more than 5 by 5 because I don't feel like that's big enough. I don't know. We'll see. But they're doing attach as you go, which I've never done. So I'll still have to decide how I want to do that. But in the meantime, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Yeah, so as of yesterday, I was caught up on my squares. So just to show you, there's 1. And this is all 4-weight acrylics. And I just, you know, I didn't go into where, you know, halfway around I had to change a color and add a new one. I did it to where, you know, if I knew the red was going to run out after, say, 2 into the next row, I just cut it off and started a new color. And there's some solids. So I did like this solid out of 1 ball, and then I had enough to where I started another. I knew I was going to be short, so then I cut it off and added another color. And you notice how you can see these ridges? Well, I started turning the square when I would put the next row on, turn it, put a row on, etc. I don't know if you have to do that with granny squares. I mean, I liked how it left the ridges. But I don't know if you have to do that in this case. I know if you do a continuous granny blanket, it's suggested so that it doesn't go all wonky. Now this one I did in the last row. I wanted to try it and see how it would look to have two sides one color and two sides another. But there's full sides. I didn't stop halfway. There's this one and the last one. So now, I don't have time right now, but maybe after work I'll be able to make my 12th one. And then, yeah, I believe I was trying to watch how Lynette was showing us on one of her videos how she attaches as she goes, and my brain couldn't comprehend because I feel like I need to see her hands closer. So I know I could watch a few videos or just do the loop closest to me and the loop farthest away, but it would be probably a whole lot faster just to go right into these granny holes on both and attach them. And I think that's what the join as you go is, but I'm not sure right now. So using a 6mm hook, because that seems to be my go-to right now. And the last thing I have to show is I started the baby blanket for my grandson that is due in February. And keep my hook situated. So in this bag that I bought from Billy the Crafty Floridian, which on her auction last night, I was able to buy a bag. It's so cute. Can't wait. So the colors that my daughter chose is the burnt orange, light sage. Don't mind this poor guy. It's all good. And she wanted like a cream. So I had this Crafter's Secret in dark ivory, which is really soft. Now I'm using a 6mm hook for this as well, but I'm using a Furls. I won this on a live from Dee at Dee's Creative Hands. And although it does work okay for the old Arthur in my hands, I could say it's the yarn, but I love Big Twist and I use it as like my main go-to. But I feel like when I'm crocheting, this gets caught up and kind of splits my yarn a little bit, so I don't feel like I'm moving as fast as I could be while crocheting this blanket. I don't know. I started out with those thin metals and then went to the ergonomic, and these just, they don't feel as sharp. So I don't know. I just figured use it a little more, see if I get used to it. But I'm using the Sober Granny pattern from Krista at the Secret Yarnery. And it's supposed to have less holes. So for the other crochet along that ends this week that I have to finish up, because I have last week's to put on, and then I'll have Thursdays to put on, and then a border. That's the Drunken Granny, so it's a little more holy than this one. But this is what I have so far. I've just started the cream over here. So, and I mean, it does look a little weird over here, but it works itself out when you come back the other way. So if you could see, there's the holes aren't bad for little fingers and toes. And of course, when I did my foundation chain, I forgot to go up a hook so that it feels a little tight. And I'm just hoping, as you know, it's kind of got an arch to it. So I'm hoping as I get it longer and then the weight of it will, you know, straighten it out a little better. But yeah, I just wanted to be able to show you that I'm doing 5 rows of green, 3 rows of burnt orange, and then I'll put 1 row of the ivory because I only have 1 skein of this. And then I'll do the 1 row, and then I'll go back 5 3 1 5 3 1, and I'll just make it as big as I can and still leave myself enough for a border, because I believe this is going to, I don't think this is one of her patterns that as you do it, it makes its own border. I think I would still, because there is borders in the pattern, which is paid for. So I just don't like that the top wants to go all wonky, curvy, and I'm like on the bottom, but it's my own fault for forgetting. I just wanted to get started on it, but I do like the pattern. It's a one row repeat once you get the foundation set up, and you know, I can watch TV and crochet away without too many issues. So once I get the crochet along with Nan's Next Knots and Trisha, and now Lynette is finishing up the number draws. Once I get those on and that blanket is done, I want to start my hand at an amigurumi, like a bigger size stuffed animal. I think I'm going to put the doll clothes on hold until I get one of these projects done, because I get myself going on too many, and then I feel like I'm backpedaling and getting nowhere fast. All right, that will do it for today. I also wanted to say thank you to the couple people that reached out to me about this yarn. I have been in contact with both of you, and I am all set. I will be getting that yarn, so that'll be my main color in Sophie's Universe, which will be starting in January. So now I just got to pick the other 9 colors and I'll be good. All right, everybody, please have a wonderful week. I know here in Western New York, we have some lake effect snow coming towards the end of the week. And, you know, just holiday shopping and doing all the things and, you know, everyday life things at the same time that we're handling here. And that's it. So please like, subscribe, share if you want to, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.